Hello and welcome to the adventures of R&R of ancient China. Today we're going to be talking about ancient China.
Today, me, Rahan, and Ronith are gonna answer the question: How far was ancient China a mystery? Let's dive in.
The Ballad of Mulan is about a girl called Mulan. A war with the Hans, a cruel empire, was going on and her father was brought into the war, but he was too old and sick. Mulan filled her father's spot and went to war and came back after 12 years. The Ballad of Mulan is the oldest known version of Mulan's story. Mulan has many different stories and evidence supporting her existence, but the source that describes Mulan and proves her existence the most is the ballad. The ballad was probably made in the northern way around 400 AD. The ballad is probably a story about how to inspire women to become better and to encourage them that they are more than wives that are meant to impress and be beautiful. We don't have that much information about Mulan. Scripts would be hard to find and would be lost in time or decayed. Not many statues were made. The Ballad of Mulan is the only evidence we have of her existing. Many historians argue about whether Mulan is fiction or not. We believe that she didn't exist. The story of Mulan was a very interesting one, and one that was to inspire women and to tell them that they are not worthy as housewives by a whole lot more. Now to Rahan with his extensive research of the records of the Grand Historian.
The records of the Grand Historian, written from 109 BC to 91 BC, is a masterpiece by Sima Quan detailing China's history from the Yellow Emperor to his present time. The records, also known as Sihiji, were the first systemized historical text of its type and heavily influenced China's historiography and prose. The records consist of 130 volumes or scrolls divided into several categories: imperial biographies, aka Benjis, Bao, Shu, Saijaha, and the Luzahan. The Benji contains accounts of prominent rulers from the Yellow Emperor to Qin Shi Huang, including past kings of the Shang, Ji, and Zhao dynasties. The Bao covers the timeline of events, while Shu details the economic treacheries and the other important topics. The Shija contains biographies of various feudal houses, bureaucrats, nobilities, and notable rulers from spring and autumn, and the warring states periods. The Luzahan contains collective biographies of other important figures in Chinese history, unlike historical texts that adopt confusing doctrine. Sima Quan works are more liable and objective, with vivid descriptions depicting different events and people involved. The author's methodical and simple approach to the sources provided by his family, who were historians working for the Han Emperor, allowed him access to early Han Dynasty scripts. Now to Ronith with his research on the Terracotta Army.
The Terracotta Army is thousands of real-life-sized clay warriors, chariots and horses which are around the grand mausoleum of Shi Hongdi. Shi Hongdi was the leader of the Qin dynasty, and he unified China by taking all over 5 Zhou states and unifying them into what we know as China. The amazing artifact and historical site is located near Lishan in Shanxi. Shi Hongdi grave was in the middle. It was believed that the soldiers were there so that he could make it into afterlife, and that his soul would be protected. The Terracotta Army is 14,260 meters square. Massive indeed. A lot of clay to be found to make 7,000 warriors, 600 horses, and 100 chariots. A lot more wood needs to be gathered to fuel the pottery kilns. It was discussed It was discovered in 1974 CE. We don't know when the construction was finished, but what do we know is that the construction starts around 246 BCE to 206 BCE, roughly when the Emperor Shang Hongdi died. Now to Rahan and his fantastic stories about the art of war by Sun Tzu.
The Art of War, written by ancient Chinese military strategist Sun Tzu, is one of the first known treatises on warfare strategies. It provides information on various battle maneuvers, tactics, and strategic advice on collecting information about the enemy's location and battlefield terrain before attacking. The book, known as Bing Fa, is believed to be written between 475 and 221 BCE during the Warring States period. Sun Tzu's strategies was a combination of peaceful resolutions and aggressive warfare, mirroring the Taoist principles of yin and yang. The Art of War has numerous specific battle strategies and advice, emphasizing preparation for battle, studying the enemy movements and weakness, and proper training of soldiers. It also recommends flexibility due to the unpredictable battlefield and discourages generals from engaging in siege warfare. Generals should treat captured troops and defeated soldiers respectfully. The art of war has remained relevant over the years due to focus on strategy, tactics, and specific warfare technology. It has influenced leaders worldwide, including modern leaders like Mao Zedong, who cited the book as part of their military success.
In conclusion, our research says that we simply don't know how far ancient China is. With our research, it is safe to say that what we extensively know is that China goes all the way back to 400 BCE. China wasn't even unified back then.
Later historical sites could be found, and we can learn a lot more about ancient China and what is happening. Thank you for listening to R&R Documentaries. Goodbye.